With this year's Call of Duty being Black Ops 6, it brought a lot of stuff to the table for the Call of Duty franchise overall, and I wanted to talk specifically on a point when it comes to zombies. Now, I know the return of the zombies mode for Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has been received well by a lot of the player base. You know, there are a lot of veterans that didn't like last year's iteration of Call of Duty when it came to MWZ. Me, myself, I did enjoy it, but at the end of the day, I'm open to any iteration, and I welcome it, to be honest with you. But I know that there were a lot of players who really enjoyed the round base, as I do as well. You know, the story components of it, as well as the Easter eggs and things like that that come with the round base system. It has really been praised this year as it is a return to form for the fan favorite mode. The tight gunplay as well as the omni movement system we have this year, it is absolutely amazing. With all these new systems, the ability to solo save and have save files that last up to 30 days is fantastic. That is a first for this mode. Now, I do know it was a little bit of a letdown for the veterans of the franchise with last year's open world attempt in Modern Warfare 3 zombies. Now with Black Ops 6 returning to the traditional round-based zombies, which has been the structure of the game mode since its inception in World at War. Now, in my opinion, we can't say MWZ was a complete letdown for the zombies community because, like I said, me, myself, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the change of pace. I enjoyed the open world. I welcomed it. I like what they did. They could have done it a little bit better, in my opinion. There was not enough content dropped, and when they did drop content, it was pretty lackluster at best, in my opinion. You know, the strongholds in different areas around the map, and it's so massive, the time limit and all that. But in hindsight, since last year's zombies put Call of Duty and the zombies game mode back to the forefront, this new mode welcomed players new to not only zombies but to the franchise as a whole, and at the end of the day, I think this is a welcoming success. Now, as someone who's pretty open to new ideas and a veteran of the game mode, I welcomed any iteration of zombies we received. With this year's Call of Duty being led by none other than Treyarch, we knew completely only great things were going to come out of this year's title, and I really feel they have executed this completely. Now, why do I go on this little tangent and rant in this opening in this video? With all this being said, the idea I want to stress is that there are so many new players coming to round-based zombies for the first time ever, coming from MWZ and experiencing round-based from the open world concept before. Players have never experienced round-based zombies. They don't know too much about it. They don't know all the concepts of it, and they're not used to it. Now, I know Liberty Falls and Terminus are the two launch maps, and Liberty Falls has kind of had somewhat of a bad reputation, especially with the veterans of the franchise. They're nervous to see if they're going to be bringing more maps like this in later updates, but I think they should. And you know, I do believe Liberty Falls is a perfect map for newcomers to zombies. Getting from one point to the other is easy, and traversal benefits greatly from taking the zip line, scaling rooftops. Now, due to the simplicity of the map design, narrowed past street, and lack of interior zones inside of buildings, things like that, gathering zombies in a queue for slaughter, training them as we call it, is efficient and forgiving. Although the simplicity of interacting with the map is a positive for newcomers to the series, Liberty Falls can be considered as being too straightforward for zombie veterans, and I understand that. The biggest thing that we like is sophisticated maps design and intricate Easter egg quest lines are synonymous with the game mode. So old players may find Liberty Falls' undemanding layout to be stale and be completed fairly quickly if the player has accepted to high-level power-ups too, which isn't comparable to the complex Easter egg steps of older zombie maps in the second launch map, Terminus. But I do feel Liberty Falls offers so much in terms of new players coming into the game and getting used to it, as well as the camo grind. For me, in my opinion, and you guys might not like this, this is one of the best launch maps for Call of Duty Zombies. Now, I'm not saying from a story point of view, from an Easter egg point of view, because I do love those intricate, long-winded gaming sessions where it takes you 2-3 hours to do some of these Easter eggs, and I love it. And at the end, you might fail and you have to do it again, and I love that. But I also do like the simplicity of Liberty Falls. As someone who primarily plays solo, and this year, as you guys know, there is so much to level up, from gun XP, the old prestige system coming back, layer levels, as well as the augmentation system. There's so much to do, and camo grinding, XP grinding is perfectly done in Liberty Falls, in my opinion. I have more time played in Liberty Falls than I do in Terminus, and I'm pretty sure most of you guys can say the same thing. Now, also with the XP cap that they have, which I honestly think needs a complete rework, I think we should not be capped out on XP, because as you guys know, you go to round 31, 32, around that area, your XP is going to cap out drastically. I don't think that it should be the case. They should reward us for playing high rounds. They should reward us for wanting to continue, because that's kind of the whole point to zombies, you know, coming in and going as high round as you can, because as you guys know, the difficulty scale. But I do feel, in my opinion, Liberty Falls reigns superior. Going to round 30 and then exfilling to maximize your gains is simply done on a map of this style. Doing it on Terminus can be a bit cumbersome due to the small starting zones, the smaller areas, as well as the parasite rounds. Don't get me started on those, because just like the spider rounds, those rounds are way too long, and with these guys flying around, dumping their load at you constantly. It's an absolute nightmare. Now, I do love both maps. Don't let everything I've said up to this point make it seem like I'm opposed to harder maps with longer Easter eggs. I'm completely all for them. Treyarch, please bring us more of that. With the reveal of Season 1, we do know they're going to be bringing an amazing map to the table. It's going to be a Fortress Citadel style map. I'm absolutely excited for it. But I do think it is necessary for these maps to exist for the story progression and the joys of a harder. But despite Liberty Falls having some nice spots, such as a bowling alley and the comic book shop, the design of the level is quite generic. I will say that. A small town that's been ruined due to a horrific violent event feels like it's been done hundreds and hundreds of times over before in Call of Duty. Not only Call of Duty zombie maps, but in multiplayer maps overall. So I do understand that aspect, that it is a little bit drawn out, a little bit watered down when it comes to, you know, the generic style of the map. I do like that it's vibrant. I do like that it's, you know, sunny, it's daytime. I do enjoy that, but that still doesn't kill the fact that this map is great and fun in my opinion, and for new players it's a completely welcoming addition. All in all, I'm excited to see where the story is going to go when it comes to Terminus, when it comes to Liberty Falls. I'm excited where it's going to take us, what new maps we're going to be going to, and what's going to be brought to the table with Season 1 launch and beyond. I'm excited to see and have more intricate Easter eggs and challenges to discover and complete solo as well as with a team. Overall, I'm excited for what they're going to be bringing to the table, and I think this year's Call of Duty, not only zombies, but Call of Duty in general, has really stepped it up. I have to give it to them. I think they really stepped it up, and I do think zombies specifically, with Treyarch taking the forefront and going head on with this mode, we knew it was going to be great. I mean, that's just what Treyarch does. You know, they're the veterans of the franchise. They were the inception of this game mode, and they really have stepped it up with this year's Call of Duty, and I love it. Now, let me know, what are your pros and cons for Liberty Falls, pros and cons for Terminus? What do you want to see coming out of this year's Call of Duty? What do you want to see them remove? Because there are a few things that I know a lot of people aren't too keen about, myself included. You know, XP round cap, packet loss in the server, and playing always online, things like that. They gotta go. Come on, like if you're gonna let us play solo, let us save. Let us actually play solo and save. Like, come on. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like on it and subscribe for all things Call of Duty Zombies. That's what we do here on the channel. I know my channel's kind of been mixed up, back and forth. I've been going through content, but at the end of the day, my heart's with God, and I do love zombies through and through. If you guys didn't know, you could check out some of my MWZ videos. We're gonna be making more Call of Duty Black Ops 6 zombie videos, movies too, hopefully, in the future. So if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel, and as always, stay happy, stay hyped, and have a beautiful day.